Amos. Amos. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. What's up? Yo, I have gotten one person to challenge me. That's good. I accept your challenge, my friend. Come on to you gotta show up to the website. That's the only thing. I'm really calling out the hit the bid guy. I want to own this kid, and then I want him to take me fishing. Again, I am not saying I don't like the person as a human being. I just want to fight people on the internet because nobody can trade better than I can. And again, I don't care if we use real money, fake money. We just no small caps, no easily manipulated stocks, and I will take your challenge because, again, crushed everything in sight today. Right now, the standard trade, which is the SVXY, which 2 for 3 today, inexplicably lost money on it earlier, when it tried to go green and failed. But obviously, we're making our money back right now. The market went down yesterday, which, again, we were kind of expecting some sort of a pullback because of a 3-month rally without one. I thought maybe they would wait till January 2nd and 3rd to do it, but you got it yesterday and part of it today. But as soon as the market started to stabilize, you got your UVXY starts to go down. So as long as UVXY starts to go down, the market starts to stabilize. One thing leads to the other. Usually it's UVXY starts to fall, the market starts to stabilize, and then we have a rally. But again, the trades today were right back to what we've been trading, and you could take 5 stocks and trade them for a living. And then when earnings season comes around, that's when you branch out. But again, I just want to call out the trading fraternity. I don't know who you guys are or what's going on. I was in your chat room on YouTube for 3 weeks. I had not heard you make one call. And again, I was there live between, partially listening because I'm trying to do my own thing. And every time I type something into the chat room, I got laughed at. I just wanted the guy to make a call. Does anything look good right now? Is there anything you'd want to get into right now? And all they were suggesting was doing credit put spreads 9 months down the road. Who cares about that? If you're trading and you're trying to make a living, you're not setting up put spreads 9 months down the road. You're not. Now, I don't understand whether or not, again, I'm sure they marketed themselves pretty well. I've got 5 people hanging out with me. They've got 750. I've been doing this for 10 years. I think they've been doing it for a year. Obviously, they've paid YouTube and marketed themselves pretty well because, again, the content, and I'm not saying the guy's not an entertaining guy. He is a little bit too much about God in there. I don't know if he's being serious or not, because one thing that has no place in society, and especially in the world of trading, is religion. Please. Religion is the root of all evil. And again, if that makes you feel off-put by the way I feel about religion, then again, you start trading for 25 years, you'll come to the conclusion that there is no God either. There's one thing, and it's reality, and I live in it, and it is what it is. So again, they mentioned God in there a bunch of times. Kind of makes me feel icky. I don't like people who talk about religion. I especially don't want to hear about it during the trading day. Just makes me feel creepy, really. Because if you're putting God as part of your trading strategy, you're doomed. Sorry, but good luck with that. But again, to all the other so-called gurus out there, nobody's taking the challenge, okay? Nobody's stepping up to my challenge. Nobody wants to compete with me because they know they're going to lose. And it's simple as that. They've got everything to lose, nothing to gain. But I just want to let you guys know, if you guys are interested, I'll be doing an hour right here. Please click on that and join the seminar. Whether or not you're intending to participate or not, please just go ahead and do that. It makes me look good in front of the other gurus. All right? But here's the bottom line, all right? Depending on what you're looking to do, and I don't know if you guys saw me, I was broadcast all across the entire world with my Tesla call and my AMD call. Now, again, I've been long and been a champion of AMD since 250. So if it doesn't work out for 2020, again, really, predictions are worthless at this point. My prediction for a Dow to hit 20,000 7 years prior to it happening to the day, I don't need to make any more predictions. I've won the prediction game. It's all documented. I have videos, 30 to 40 different videos giving the specific date when the Dow would hit 20,000 6.5 years prior to it happening. I was off by 5 days. So no one made a prediction like that. Again, I don't get credited for it. I'm not the guy that called the bottom, even though I was there before Mark Haynes did it. I'm not the guy that gets credited for Dow 20,000, even though I called it before that guy. And again, it's all documented. It's all there on YouTube if you go digging deep. Again, when aliens take over the earth again, they'll keep me around because they'll know the truth. So SVXY, by the way, SVXY, you could sell that. You could sell the rest now. So there's your 64. I sold some 64.25. Now sell here the rest 64.50. Day's pay, my friends. It took about an hour and a half this time. There's just no way UVXY stays green in a market that's not going down. Yeah, we're negative for the day, but we haven't gone down, and UVXY will generally fall. And that's why this is a no-brainer on quiet days. Quiet usually leads to volatility compressing. UVXY falls, SVXY rallies. And now that UVXY is so cheap, it makes SVXY much more worth it because you're going to get more bang for your buck. And again, in this situation here, if you could short UVXY, you're getting your 41 cents, but you bought SVXY. I guess risk reward, you probably want to short UVXY because it's cheaper, but some places don't allow you to short UVXY. That's why I suggested the SVXY today. And awesome stuff. Again, boring days. This stock generally just pays off, and it's been 10 years now. So this is, I guess you can call that a trend. All right, carry on. I'm live on YouTube if anybody cares. What's up, brother? So here's what we're doing for 2020, all right? Status quo. Nothing has been working better than the intraday reversals by far, okay? By far. There's nothing else that's working this well. Our day trades that have become swing trades have worked out other than the U.S. Steel. And now I'm getting beat on U.S. Steel coming and going, all right? Meaning, first I was long and I got beat up, and then I decided to short it, and now I'm losing money on the short side. So, I mean, the stock is owning me. And when I get stopped out, if I get stopped out of this U.S. Steel short now, that's it. I'm just gonna move on. The stock owns me, and part of doing this is knowing what you're good at. And this video is dedicated to our friend Dave. Dave, I'm not calling you out. I'm not throwing you under the bus right now, but I don't want you to be another Jimmy. Okay, so we were in a trade this morning on this pump and dump, NVCN. And as soon as we walked in, we started saying, all right, this isn't the trade that we normally want to look at. These are pump and dump bullshit stocks. The thing could go to 50 today, or it could go right back to 0. But right now, it's setting up for a trade because of the VWAP, multi-day VWAP setup that we love so much. So I suggested buying it at $7.65 when it was breaking that price. And immediately it spiked up. But Dave didn't hear the original call. So then when it pulled back, he figured, all right, now I could buy it at that 770 level. And it went right back through the VWAP and plummeted. And apparently Dave got hammered. And who's to blame? Jimmy blames me. Dave's going to blame me. But Dave, you have to understand, Dave. If you're going to trade these insane pump and dump bullshit stocks, you want to be involved on the first pop where it was called out. Now, again, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm not saying anything like that. You didn't hear it because we have other guys in the room that were in the trade at the time when I was in it, and we were selling it at the $8. And again, it wasn't some massive trade. $7.65. We're trading some pump and dump, worthless piece of shit. It got to $8, sold it, got to $8.25, sold it, and then sold the rest on the way back down under 8. And I saw what you did. You tried to play the VWAP pullback, and it went right through it. Very hard trade to be in a stock and within 5 seconds you have to sell it because there was no reason to hold on to it. And it's a very hard trade to do. You're buying it, and 5 seconds later, you got to realize, oh, wow, this isn't wrong, and you got to punch out. That's how quickly, and that's why this is a game where most people fail. Because in that move right there, you did a couple of things wrong, okay? You're trading a stock after you made the first pop, and then it had 2 more after that, and then it starts to roll over, and you're trying to pick a bottom. Only thing that was decent about it was that you tried to play the VWAP support, but there was no support there, so you had to immediately sell it. I don't know what size you were trading, but again, if you listen to what I was saying about that trade, this is not one of our go-to stocks. These are more dangerous. These little pieces of shit quite often don't obey the rules and regulations of our setups. But in the moment where it did set up, as it was curling back above that 750 for the first time, remember, it was breaking that first high of the day and going through the VWAP. That's the trade. That's what made it different. Now, again, Dave left us pissed off beyond belief. He's probably sitting there watching this video right now, just throwing shit right at the screen. And Dave doesn't want to hear this part of the story, that we were in the RAD trade. Remember the RAD, R-A-D? We bought it on the pullback, and then it kept pulling back, and we lost money on it. But then it broke back above the VWAP and broke back above that 15. Sorry, was it 1465 or 1565? I don't want to misquote it. 1565. So back in we got at 1565, and then we got paid. And then guess what happened? I know Dave doesn't want to hear this, but the next 7 trades worked out. Even, again, let's assume you didn't do a trade up until this SVXY just now, right? SVXY is going green. You know you're going to get paid. All right, it didn't work that first time. Guess what? You got back in. I didn't trade the Roku today. I don't trade Roku. The only big stock I traded today was Tesla because it was going green, and I feel compelled now to trade it a little bit more often now that my name is attached to the stock across the news wires. If you search Tesla, AMD, and US Steel, you will see me all over the internet now because I made a couple of calls on the Benzinga radio program, and it's spread. But I don't want to go down in history as the guy that called the Tesla top by saying it's a good buy. I say if you buy it there at 420, whatever it was that day, that if you hold this thing, you're probably looking at least a $600 stock. I still think it. I mean, obviously, but I'd rather buy it when it pulls back to 385, maybe 350, because I think after they get through that next earnings report, this stock's going to be either going parabolic or it's going to get slammed because they got a lot to live up to now. Same thing with AMD. Same thing with a lot of these stocks that have run these last 3 months. That's why I think the market could pull back in January, and then we'll be right into the middle of earnings season. It'll be put up or shut up for all of these stocks. But right now, trading is where it's at, as long as you don't get caught up in some shit. And even when you're caught up in some shit, somebody just said it, it's okay to be wrong. Just don't stay wrong. The guy that bought the dip on RAD going into the close on Friday, the stock's at 15. You're wrong. Get out. This thing could, Rite Aid had one good quarter, and it had a short squeeze. That squeeze might be over now, and this thing could be drifting right back down to 11 and stay between $7.50 and $10 for the next 8 years until they go out of business or maybe recover. Who knows? Why stick around in losing trades when there's so much opportunity to trade this market? I mean, this is the best trading market I've ever seen in my life. 1999, 2000, some people think it was so much easier. It was bewildering in 1999 to see stocks doing what they were doing. So you really, as somebody with some sort of rational thought, which is crazy to say I have rational thought, but I did. I never saw things doing what they were doing in 1999. So I was shocked, and I was happy with what I was making in the morning, and then having a stock up 10 points and then watching it go up another 20 by the end of the day. I've never seen anything like that. But now, the way I trade, I see the money, I take the money. I know I'm going to be angry. I go into the day pissed off already. You know why? Because I know 80% of the trades that I do could have been better. But if I consistently make a little bit on every trade, then I'm coming out ahead. I have to accept that. Sure. Do I wish I would have bought more LK at 27.50? Of course. But I didn't. What can I do about it? I did make, close to 10 points on this trade. What can I do? Now I'm in CCXI. I have even no idea what this stock is, so I'm nervous. I own a stock. I have no idea what it is. CCXI, no idea. AUPH, pretty much clueless on this one also. I own 2 stocks I know nothing about. And the funny part is the LK trade was just technicals. You got to realize that this is a coffee company in China. Is it a coffee company in China? Or is it 2 Chinese guys sitting in a closet somewhere who did a bridge loan and a reverse merger into a stock and then manipulating this thing to fucking $100 a share? Who the hell knows? But right now, every day when that stock is weak, it has a strong day and usually closes strong. And the next day, if it's weak, it goes up the next day. What you're seeing is consistent buying. That's what you want to see. Can we wake up one morning and LK is exposed as a fraud? Of course. That's why we're trading options in it. And, again, you bought an in-the-money option. You had to pay 3 points. So it would have been better to own the stock. But at least if LK goes to 0 tomorrow, I know what I'm going to lose. Now I'm into the 40s. I'm looking at, I rolled out of the 20, what I have. I had the 35s, 37.50s. I'm looking for this stock to go to 50, right? Because it's very rare to see a stock do what LK has done and not go to 50. And then if it breaks 50, forget about it. We're looking at a stock that could be going to, $80. And if it goes to 80, these are crazy numbers now, but why not stick with the trend? Every pullback has been being bought. So how do you play this, right? With limited risk. How about a $40 February call for $5? I know, absurd. Why would you pay $5 for a call that's just slightly in the money? That's insane. So what are you going to do? You're going to buy the 40 and you're going to sell yourself the 50. Stock goes to 50. Your 40s are worth 10. You made 100% on those. And if the trade completely goes to shit, you bought the 40s for 5 and you sold the 50s for 2, you're out $3. Yeah, it'll suck, but at least you know exactly the best case scenario, and what's more important, the worst case scenario, and you could sleep at night. If this company comes out and says we are just 2 Chinese guys sitting in a lobby somewhere pretending that it's a company, and again, if you've watched the China Shuffle, you cannot have faith in any Chinese stocks whatsoever. Not even Alibaba. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. Watch that movie, and you will appreciate the jadedness and the cynicism that I have towards the market, our market. Again, this is all smoke and mirrors. You realize that. The reason the market goes up every day is there's nowhere else to put your money. By the way, holy shit, what did I sell this SPXY for? I waited all day for this move and I'm selling into it, but that's what you do. That's what you do. But in the moment, there are going to be trades like, I forgot what it was, but the other day we top ticked something and rad. We were long the rad and we got out at 22.50. And look where it is now. So thanks, man. Happy New Year to you. I'm glad you've been doing well, my friend. I hope you got back into the SPXY. It was you and me that were in the trade. You were the only one with me. I don't know why. I mean, it's free money. Anyway, what it comes down to, again, there's going to be Jimmy's and there's going to be Dave's. Now, I'm praying Dave doesn't leave us. Dave, if you're out there, please come back. All right? I know, Kron, unbelievable. The whole wheat sector. And it didn't dawn on me until somebody mentioned it. A lot of new laws are going into play on January 1st. So you got the wheat stocks that were getting squeezed also because there's new legislation that's kicking in starting next year. So that made a lot of sense. And again, I'm not in it, but a lot of squeezes, a lot of what's happening. Yeah, a lot of these dirty, awful stocks are getting a little bought up. Usually this happens. People dump these worthless ones and then they buy them back, hoping for the best at the start of next year. So a little bit different. Normally you would see the chase of performance still going on right now. And, but you're seeing some profit taking in the big guys. But overall, market's unbelievably awesome. Unbelievably awesome. And, again, this SVXY, now I feel kind of stupid that I just sold the rest here at the half number, but what can you do? What can you do? I mean, I was in from 63.98, so I sold some at a quarter. I sold the rest at the half. Just based on the numbers, that's, yeah, SDC, another one. But right now, what I'm trying to say is predictions are kind of worthless, because right after I predicted, how I said Tesla was even a good buy at 420, it tanks 25 points. Or was it 430, it tanks 25 points. I mean, that's freaking hilarious. I find it funny, but there could be a Jimmy out there that said, oh, Kenny Glick still likes Tesla. He buys it at 430, and 2 days later it's at 405. I'm an idiot now, right? But that's every analyst out there, right? When analysts make these calls, they don't really give time frames. They give roundabout numbers. We're putting a market outperform, and sometimes they put a price target on where the stock's below. They put a buy recommendation on the stock, but they're saying that the stock's going to be at this price. Meanwhile, it's already above that price. What are you even talking about? So predictions are worthless. What happens at the end of the day for me is what counts. And then obviously the end of the month, 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 20 years go by. If you're still able to do this, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And now for 2020, like I've been saying, I've got my real estate that I have to work out, and I got to see what kind of cash I have left over. But I've got some new friends with some new money, and they want to give it to me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you guys. That's right. All right. So listen to it. I'm going to say it again. I'm so confident what I'm doing. Let me teach you how to do it. Put up a little bit of money, and I'm going to supply you with a lot of money to use as long as you obey the rules. If you don't obey the rules, you're gone. You're gone. You're cut off. That's all I'm asking. Don't go and start trading BlackBerry options because you think the stock's getting taken over. Don't be shorting, Amazon because you think that the retail sector is going to sell off. No, we're trading VWAP reversals. That's what we're doing. And I need help, because there are days where there's 2 or 3 and I can handle those by myself. But then there's days where you got 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 ideas. Craig, yeah, we're all kind of napping this week, but here, first of all, do me a favor, sign up for this. That's the summit that's coming. But right now, guys, if you want to join in, and I'm going to go live. I'm going to let this thing run for a while, probably tonight as we get lit up. But here's the room. So if you go to hitthebid.com, I can't even type. Hitthebid.com, right? Click the login button on the upper right. You got to put in real information, phone number, email address, because that's how it works. And the password is, if you could probably guess by now, something about reversals. So reversals only. Got to spell it just like I typed it. Capital R, capital O. That'll get you in. And, again, if you didn't get the email, do it that way. But we'll get the email to you also, because now we're setting up individual accounts so we could track you knuckleheads a little bit better. But yeah, come in and join the fun. And man, this SVXY is killing me right now. I'm just, it's $220 right there. I could have appreciated that extra money. I got to pay for all the alcohol I'm about to serve. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm giving a thumbs down. Thumbs down. The dark chocolate. And I get it, they're only 5 milligrams and I'm a pothead, but I took 3 of them. If you got to take 3, what's the point? Give me one good one and I'm better. I mean, and they're all right. I mean, I like a chocolate covered espresso bean, but thumbs down. I don't have any new things to show you, but tonight I'll show you a whole bunch of new stuff that comes in. I got, I'm in with the guy that, well, I don't want to tell you the whole thing, but lots of goodies are coming to the house tonight. But let's go back to where we're going 2020. All right. Remember, I appreciate you guys who got in before we're raising rates. I'll give you my spiel one more time before the year's up. All right. So here's a story. Again, I usually save this for the phone call. Son of a bitch. All right. I apologize, but hopefully some of you guys still have some SVXY. I sold it at $0.25 and at 50. What can I do? Colin, you see? You wanted something, I gave it to you, and you didn't want to take it. But your Neo got back to VWAP, so hopefully you got out of that flattish or made some money. You had SVXY just sitting there waiting. He's sitting there waiting to give you its money. Are you going to take it? Are you man enough to take it? You, Moss, what's your problem? You're such a hero. You're so great. Why'd you come down here and talk to a bunch of bums? You see this watch? You see this watch? Yeah. This watch costs more than your car. I made $987,000 last year. How much you make? I mean, sometimes the money's just this. Sometimes it's this easy. Knowing your product. And on that same wavelength is not knowing your product. Like our friend Dave, who got smoked in NVCN. And it blows, because here I am. I made a little bit of money on it, and he got hammered. And now he's part of the Jimmy camp. And then we have other guys in the room that said, I did well on that trade. So that's where I don't want to be. I do not want to be a stock picker. That's why when I give predictions on individual stocks, oh God, I'm just setting myself up, right? But over a 20-year period, I got guys that I was just looking at some old emails from 2011. I told one guy, I said, buy AIG, Tesla, and the QQQ, and I'll see you in 5 years. Did he do it? Did anybody do it? My dad did it. Still got the QQQ from 2010. Obviously we didn't hold the Tesla. That would have been awesome. Hey, what's up, Brick? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm selling a building. I'm going to have some cash, so I'll be able to fund maybe one or two of you. My luck with traders and funding them has been zero. Carl, Richie, Doug, Big Splash. Heard you mention it in the chat room, guy who blew up my account on the online trading seminar. I mean, I've had very bad luck. But now all the accounts are going to be watched by an overseer, and that they're going to have tripwires. And seriously, if you do one trade that has not been approved by the Warlock, you're done. You're done. No, I'm going to be doing it the old school way. So I'm going to get 3 or 4 guys. I'm going to have a pool of money. You'll get sub accounts under the main account, just like 1999. Everybody trades my ideas, and I will be everybody will be in what I tell them to be in with specific parameters. And if something looks interesting to you, don't put the trade on until you get approved by the Warlock, because that's what I do best. So I want to take what I do best and make it good for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's incredible. I don't know if you guys know the story. We had this kid, and again, I'm not mad at you. I understand you were trying to impress me, but what happened? So we had that trading contest. I think Chaim Bodek was doing it. So I was like, listen, I don't got time to be a part of the contest, but I'd really like to kick the shit out of all these people. So log into the chat room and mimic the trades that I'm doing in the room, and I'm sure we'll win the contest. Boom, simple thing, right? I never even logged in. I never logged in. He logged in. He downloaded the software. Boom, but my name was attached to it, and I'm calling out these gurus on YouTube and saying I'm going to win this contest. First trade, AMD breaks the VWAP. He buys 5,000 shares. Stock goes up 30 cents. Bang. He shouldn't have sold all 5,000 shares, but nice trade. We got our 30 cents out of the 5,000 shares, made our 1,500 bucks, right? Nothing else is going on. A couple of hours goes by. I get a text. I think I blew the account up. I think I blew the account up. I think I blew the account up. How is that possible, considering I haven't done a trade since the AMD? What did you do? Oh, you bought WLL on the pullback, hoping it would stay above that opening range. Forgot to put stop on it. Down 20 grand. Thanks. And that's how it went. So we went from one for one on my trade, and then the kid decides, fuck it, I'm going to buy 10,000 shares of WLL on this pullback, hoping that that's going to be the bottom of the day, and the stock falls 3 points. I don't know if you guys remember when WLL was ripping a couple of months ago. And he blows my account up, tarnishing the Warlock's name. Don't do that. Do you realize there's a reason that 90% of people fail? Because they do that kind of stuff. Or they get pissed off. Like, you think I'm going to buy SVXY now? I just had it at 63.98 and sold it at 64 and a quarter and 64.50. Yeah, I'm pissed off that I didn't hold the whole 1,000 shares the whole time and dump it right now. But I'm not going to fucking buy it back now. Who gives a shit? But other traders are like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to buy 2,000 shares right now because things going to 65. I'm going to make all that money back that I should have made. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to lose, and now you're going to be 3 times as pissed because you just gave back the money that you were making, and now you're at a loss for the day. Well played. Well done, sir. That's most traders. That's most traders. One slip, one moment of anger. And revenge trading, I'll tell you, look, Walken was fantastic. He was crazy, but guy knew his levels. He could buy a stock and sell it. He was a guru, but he had a gambling addiction. It was crazy. One bad trade ruins it all. Now, there's a slight difference, and we go over this all the time. Revenge trading, right? Revenge trading is, there's 2 styles of revenge trading. You're watching that stock that you just got out of. It keeps going up, and then you load up. You want revenge. Or you don't want to give up, and the stock that's beating you up, you're going to keep buying it. Oh, I'm going to show this stock who's boss. But then there's the RAD trade, R-A-D today, right? The first time it tried to break out, it didn't work. Holy shit, it worked again. I'm talking to you guys. I should have made some money on this trade. Oh, that's a beautiful setup. I wish you guys could see the chart right now if you're in the room, but my boy will talk about it in a second. Hold on. Don't mean to interrupt, but did you guys see what RAD did? Where's my Colin? Colin, that's the underlying VWAP consolidation break late day that I was always talking to you about. There it is. You missed it. Now it's already pulled back, but just want to show you that one for later. Anyway. Oh, nice. You made money. Sweet. Yeah, see that? See, that's what I want to hear. When somebody knows my trade and I say, oh, I hope you did that one, and he says I did. That's what I'm all about. I do not want to be picking stocks because then you're going to be Jimmy. Or you're going to be Dave, who heard it late or traded it wrong, but I'm still to blame. And Dave, I love you, bro. don't walk away a loser. Because, I mean, we had 6 trades in a row, and the SVXY would have paid for that loss. What's up, Ken? I'm talking about the original Jimmy, the Yext Jimmy. What was crazy about the Jimmy story was that, I got hammered also on Yext. I was in at a profit and I gave it all back and then some because I went batshit insane because I thought we were onto a stock that was headed to $50 because it did everything I wanted to see it do. But then it started to roll over, and I told Jimmy, I was like, listen, if this breaks back under 25, I'm going to have to sell some, even though I just bought more at 27.50 in the $30 calls. And if it breaks 25, I'm calling it quits because I'm wrong. And I'm not going to let this thing roll over back to 17.50 with me in it. And the fucker went down to 11. I think Jimmy held the whole move. Jimmy was very, very keen on allowing me to tell him what to do on the way in. But then more importantly, he told me, fuck me, on the way out. He's like, no, you said it was going to 50. I'm not going to hang on. So whose fault is it? I told you to sell. You said no because of what I originally said. Imagine you go into every trade like that. Well, you said it was going to 12.50. Yeah, but now it's not. It's rolling over and breaking the VWAP. Normally we're selling it here and we're shorting it. Oh, but you said it was going to 12.50. Fuck you. I know. That's what Jimmy had to learn, flat earther. See, what makes me different than mostly the mom's basement gurus who teach you how to trade is that you see it live every day. And it has been, 12 years. And most of the stuff I talk about does pan out. Talk to the guys that are still in LK right now from 27.50 and INSG from $4 and, but again, those are just investment / swing trades. I'm all about these trades intraday because I feel like I'm in control. But again, I appreciate the comment. And I don't make a lot of money doing all this. But I will, because now people are starting to realize this is the shit right now. And you know how I know this is only going to get better is that more and more people are implementing VWAP and multiple time frame VWAPs into their trading repertoire. For us, it's the only thing we do. And now I see more people putting it into their platforms, more people. I'm getting emails now about learning about VWAP. I'm like, oh, God. But that could be the end of it all. But you want to do a live trade right now, Dave? Dave, we're going to lose money, Dave. Watch this. Okay, Dave. Dave, you're the best lawyer, Dave. Oh, Kleinfeld, you're the best lawyer. Oh, such a good lawyer. You know what? I'm not even going to trade that nonsense. Screw that. What time is it? I got to start getting ready for the guests to come over. So right down to the last day of the year, 6 for 7 today. SVXY, 2 out of 3 paydays. And the one loss that I took was 3 freaking cents. 3 cents. And the other winning trades was 12 cents, 25, and 50, and 55. So, and the RAD took a $112 hit on the RAD, wound up making $360 on the RAD. IPOs in general, depends on what you're talking about for the day, or most IPOs sucked. No, I'm getting the micro doses. I don't know how it's going to be. I haven't tripped since 94. And it was a crazy trip because I don't know if you've ever done mushrooms before. I got to make sure my kids aren't listening in. But usually they came in a bag. You'd buy an eighth, and it'd be like pieces of mushrooms. Sometimes you'd grind them up and make a tea, or you eat them with some pretzels and chocolate so you don't taste the shit, right? But most of the time, either you'd get some caps. Once in a while, my buddy shows up at my house with a pound. And again, I'd never seen that many mushrooms in my life, right? Because he was selling them. He had whatever, I don't know what the story was, where he got them from. But every mushroom was this big. The stems were still attached to the caps. I never saw anything like that before. So I decided, like a freaking idiot, just to gobble one down because I was so amazed. I ate the whole thing, the whole freaking thing. It had to be this big. Cap, the whole stem. So then we start weighing them out, right? And the average mushroom was about 3.5 grams. So I basically ingested over an eighth myself. And bros and hoes, I was bugging the fuck out. Bugging the fuck out, like crying. Oh, and my friends are trying to tell me it's a drug, it's gonna wear off. And I had such an outer body experience that I was so scared that I knew everything about Kenny, but I wasn't him anymore. And I was thinking, am I gonna be able to act accordingly to live this guy's life? I was like, I know everything about him, but that's not who I am. What am I supposed to do? I'm going to live a lie for the rest of my life? I'm crying. And then I felt like I was going to die. I was like, oh my God, if I close my eyes, I think I'm going to die. Hang on. Oh shit. And for like an hour, I'm waiting to die, crying, not knowing who I was. And that's why I haven't done mushrooms since 1994. And that experience never, ever, ever leaves you. Chinese stocks, terrible, man, terrible. But now microdosing, I mean, I don't know what that's going to be like. My friend, she's actually a person that got prescribed. So these are like legally prescribed microdosing of mushrooms. That's fantastic. What the hell is that even? I mean, I saw it on 2020 and 60 Minutes also. This is becoming a real thing. So I don't know. I'll try it. I'll tell you right now, 6 or 7 vodkas on the rocks and 2 edibles, that's my happy zone. That's where I'll probably be tonight. Yeah, but Cena, yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust any Chinese stock really. I'm not in LK anymore, but this Chinese, this coffee company, whether or not it really is a coffee company, has been phenomenal. And let me apologize again for suggesting selling SVXY. But if you're looking at that rad still, sorry to interrupt if I did, you just pulled back to the VWAP and you held it again. So this still might be a decent idea. And I'm not going to do this, but you crazy bastards, you guys is going green. Actually, I will buy it. Here you go. Just for shits and giggles. Here, let me see if I can get some. I'll put a bid in 75. I'll let you know if I get it. 78. I'm in. Want to watch me lose money? Now, this trade usually sucks. But the only time to buy you guys is when it goes green. I just got some at 73.75 and 73.77. The only thing is, you got to risk what? You legitimately have to risk $1 to make 50 cents on this trade. That's why I don't trade you guys. Let me see. More than that. 72.89 is your first line of defense, really. I guess 73.22. So what I got? A couple of hundred shares here. 73.22 and 72.89 are going to be my outs if it doesn't work out. We'll see if it works out. Set it and forget it. Now again, this thing's just it's such a bullshit product, but when it goes green, quite often it pops. So I might try to make a couple of $100 here. You're an animal. 77 on the bid. Now I have to hold. As long as the trade goes bid the price you paid, now you feel more compelled to hold on to it. You want to see it really rip? I'll put an offer out at 73.99. Hold on a second. 73.99 I'll offer out. You want to see it really take off? Once I sell it at 73.99, it'll start ripping to like 900. Sell. All right, let's see. Live. I'm up 3 cents. Oh, now I'm not. Oh, now I am. Oh, now I'm not. I don't have to watch it. I know where my stops are, where I'm offering it. So anyway, I mean, this is only, I would only goof around with this stock after having a decent day, but you'll see why. It's a freaking, it's a worthless piece of nothing that reflects nothing.
Oh, it's the UNG. It's the nat gas.
Is it? See, again, this trade, again, in you guys, or, again, SVXY is a lot different. Plus, we know UVXY sucks already. Generally, you guys, you're going to lose money every time you trade it long. But there's that one time when it goes green, quite often. You do get, I'm surprised you didn't get to 74 yet. But again, I'd only be goofing around with this if I'm having a good day already. But let's see. I want 73.99. Let's see. 73.99. Come on. Come on. Bring it. Bring it, me. Sold to you. 73.99. Now I'm going to sell the other one at 74.15. Watch. 74.15. Come on. Give me 74.15 on the next spike. Come on. Come on, bring it. Bring it! Where's my print? 74.15. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 74.15. I'm the high tick right now, homies. That's what I'm talking about. Just goofing around. But now I get to put that on my track record of how awesome I am. I'm flawless. This guy's asking if anything looking good. Am I not on right now? Check, check. Is it on? Hello? You guys, you just missed it. 73.77 to 73.99 and 74.15. I'm doing it live in 2 different places right here. And I'm cooking mac and cheese in the other room with the bacon scallops. And I haven't eaten. And the edibles are starting to kick in a little bit. Nobody does this. Now go check out. Go check out the trading fraternity right now. Are they doing live trades like this? Are they? No, they're not. I was there for 3 weeks, not one. Not one. Have I not done a trade live every time I come on live? And am I not at a 90% rate, right? Go back, watch all my live shows. Because every time I do a trade live, don't I take a bow? I'm not taking a bow because I just lost money. Blah, blah, blah. Live. Jimmy. Now that's funny. I'll do 20. I could out push up that guy too. I could bang out 20, 25 maybe. I'll out push up that guy. I'll out everything. I'll out drink you too. Actually, that might be a lie. I'm starting to feel the effects, my friends. The days of me drinking and being my uppity self the next day, they're coming to an end. I need a 3-day recovery now. But I found the best way to get through it is push through the morning and then take the nap in the middle of the day. That lets you go out the next day if you got a couple of parties you need to party at. So Solid Jello, man. Some nice calls today. You guys in anything, by the way? Solid Jello, we have some work to do. We'll talk. I know I keep telling you I'm going to call you. We have a deadline now. We have an important deadline. We got to get that buy me button up by the 5th. I'll send you something nice right now to incentivize. Is it incentivize or incentivize to get you going? By the way, you guys. Anyway, don't trade it now. Oh, am I not going to be the high of the day? Oh, there you go. I can't can't lose even if I tried to lose. Or don't drink. You crazy. No, I definitely don't drink as much as I used to, but I'm going to calm down on the other stuff too. I'll save it for when I go back to San Diego. San Diego. All right, so there we did a winning trade. Go tell the guys in the trading fraternity that I'm calling them out. Now, first, let's call out the guys that need to be called out. Jason Bond and Tim Sykes. I don't know about the Warrior Trader. I hear mixed reviews. Don't really care. I'll trade that guy too. By the way, the you guys trade turned out to be a VWAP hold at 71.95. And then schliggity bing bang. I am not a flaming Democrat. I am an independent, gun-toting, building wall maniac. People got me all wrong. Just because I want to help people and I believe in some sort of welfare, I have welfare with limits. Don't get me started on my mantras and my manifesto, because I will. The UVXY is sucking huge, but the markets are doing squat. What gives? Who cares? Just buy the SVXY when it went green. Great trade. My best trade of the day. I mean, could have been a lot better, obviously, but traded it 3 times. Boom. It's funny, I just had deja vu. By the way, all UVXY, you guys just went back to my price. I was thinking about a sauna. Man, I know a guy that has a sauna in his own house, and he never uses it. Now, what a waste. Who has a sauna in their own house? That's fancy. And he never even uses it. I want a sauna. Again, go talking about hot boxing. Damn. Going to the sauna, blaze up a little bit. Damn. But flaming Democrat? Nah, I mean, who are you even voting for right now? We're talking to some guys on YouTube right now. Who are you voting for? You're going to vote for a Democrat? Who? Bloomberg? So he could take our soda away? I mean, it's a shit show out there. You know, if I had $18 billion, maybe I'd run for president, but I don't got time for that. I don't got the money. I think I'd make a hilarious president. Anything you like about Trump, I probably would continue with some of that stuff with 90% less of the douchebaggery. And I'd make weed legal in every state. And everybody who sold a nickel bag in the park, you get out of jail now. Sorry for keeping you in jail. And then we murder all the pedophiles. And we go into those towns where, oh, you can't go into that neighborhood. The crime is so big, so bad. Oh, yeah? We go in there with a real army, and we wipe these fuckers out. Enough said. Pull all of our troops out of all of these places that we don't need to be, and do what we got to do in this country. But I'm going to run. I may run. I might do a mock running for president because it's fun. I think it would be a lot of fun for people to hear what I have to say. I believe that I could get 20% of the vote. There'll be people that just don't like bald Jews. They won't vote for me. There are people that think that I'm a flaming Democrat. They won't vote for me. But once they hear what I really represent, I'm all for the wall. People think I'm nuts. I'm not. Fucking build the wall. Build a wall and have machine guns on the tops of the walls. Can't come in. We're full. Until there's not one more, until there is no homelessness in America, we're full. We're full. Go back. You can't come in.
Oh, what about the
You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. I could go on and on. All right. I know. Oh my God. There's so many quotes about Trump, how he'd be ripping. He was used to rip into the Republicans. They all suck. Everybody sucks. My favorite politician of all time was the one guy that really did something terrible. You know what I'm talking about. Anthony Weiner. Guy was my man. He just couldn't stop showing his junk to underage girls. I mean, come on, dude. How about that UGAS trade now? Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know. I got a lot to say about, world affairs. I think that we could make it as an isolated. Trump's got it right. We do what we do, and eventually everybody will come begging for us to help them out. And I'm with that. Fuck you, pay us. You need us more than we need you. And that's the attitude I would continue with that attitude. There'd be one gun law across the entire country. You know about that. I would legalize weed. I even would try to legalize some of the other stuff under proper supervision. You don't want everybody running around shooting heroin into their eyeballs. Clean up the homeless, take care of the welfare programs, and figure out what to do with healthcare. It's all about compromise with healthcare. Nobody wants to compromise. If you've got the money, you're not going to want the best doctor. But the days in this country where unemployed people could stay unemployed and make more money from welfare programs and unemployment insurance and a whole bunch of bullshit, then there's a guy who's working 11 hours a day, making just enough to scrape by. That needs to end. And I know, I come from Brooklyn. I know these Russian guys, they make a living exploiting the Medicare system. They have doctors who give up, who give out fake scripts. They get paid back and forth. They get paid by the government, and then they take those drugs and sell them on the street. Unbelievable. And the guy's laughing the whole time. And he's got his Russian friends buying clothing with food stamps. No, it's food. You can't buy a jacket. I used to work in an area where it was all mostly Russians, and I'm Russian too, so I'm a Russian Jew, so I could abuse you all Russian Jews. They'd come in and they'd want to buy, this was back in the day when starter hats and starter jackets were the shit. This woman wanted to buy a couple of starter jackets for her kids, whatever. And she's waving the food stamps in my face. It's cash, it's cash, it's cash. No. It's cash for food. Not for an $80 starter jacket for your two retarded kids here. Beat it. Oh, this is cash. This is cash. Anytime you need to get cash. This is good. This is cash. Yeah, for food. And those people need to be rounded up and get out. That's what the crime. So we decriminalize the drugs and we recriminalize exploitation, manipulation, and espionage, corporate espionage. Because the next time Joe Schmo wants to try to steal $13 million from the bank thinking nobody's watching, and if he gets caught, he gets fined $250,000. No. You're getting ass raped now. For 2 years. Ass rape. So next time you're thinking about stealing money, maybe you won't. We got the wrong, you get caught with some acid or some cocaine, you're going away for 15 years, but you could rape a kid and say, oh, but I'm part of NAMBLA. It's not my fault. I like small children. These assholes are trying to get rights in this country. That can never happen. Oh, but it's the way I was built. I associate myself with
with raccoons, and I like small boys. I have rights too.
You don't. I could go on forever, but I'll leave it there. So I'm going to go shower. I'm going to leave this up for 24 hours. We're going to get ripped tonight. Come back at, we'll start drinking at 6. We bring out the big guns tonight. Straight from Russia, Kaufman vodka. If you've ever had this, if you ever get a chance to own a bottle of Kaufman vodka, this is the greatest vodka there is. But a close second, for 20th of the price, I want you to go out right now, especially you guys in Florida. I want you to go out and I want you to find Monkey in Paradise vodka. I'm a Russian vodka drinker. Monkey in Paradise. I mean, usually I'm a Kettle One, Tito's, and I'll break out the Kaufman every once in a while. $20, the best vodka by far. Monkey in Paradise. I should be getting paid by them to do the marketing. The best vodka out there. It's not around everywhere, but if you can find it, great. Also, Tanqueray, the gin company, has put out a vodka pretty good also. So that's that. So you 33 guys, I need you to go get 5 of your friends, get them to come start watching me next year. Log on to that thing. By the way, here's the link. Please do me a favor. Everybody log into that. Use as many emails as you can. I need to make a good showing. I got to get at least like 1,000 people to sign up. I've been doing this long enough. I figured I could round up 1,000 people. It's a free event. You get to listen. They give you away free gifts and whatnot. I don't have my time slot yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. And by the way, here it is again for you guys in the room. Shlickety bing bang. Woofa. But yeah, man, help me, help you, help me. Because, hey, maybe I can become a billionaire and I will run for president one day, right? I think I would be the sickest president ever. Ever. You know what I would do also? Once I pull all of our troops out of the Middle East and Iran and Iraq, the next time these assholes start threatening us with some bullshit, we actually have weapons that work, that could reach Iran. We know they're an enemy, right? Oh, by the way, I wouldn't pretend that Saudi Arabia is our friend either. Sorry. We're going to come there and we're going to take back what we gave you in 1970 because you assholes didn't even know that you had oil under the sand until we told you it was there and showed you how to get it. We own your country. And now you just train little terrorists from birth. You're not our friend. And that will be known. So once we get all our troops home and everybody's safe and sound, oh, we're just testing something out. Oh, you see that missile that just went over? Yeah, the next one's going to land and blow your country up.
What about the residuals?
What is it? The people that get killed in warfare where you don't mean...
What about the collateral damage?
It's war. Fuck you. Sorry. Am I a screaming Democrat now? I'm ready to light fucking countries up, bro. All right. The edibles are really kicking in right now, so I'm going to go chill with my kids. If I just take 5 milligrams every half hour. All right, your pothead president. Happy New Year. I'm going to log off now. I'm going to come back on. We'll log in at around 7. My eyes will be completely bloodshot at that point. We'll have a couple of toasts. We'll be here for New Year's. Solid Jello has the con in the chat room. Thank you, everybody, for signing up for the class. Thank you for signing up for the Wealth 365. January 11th, we're going to do a 2-day event. 4 hours on January 11th and probably like an hour, a little schmoozing about options on January 12th. If you're interested, it's $350 for those 2 days, and then you get the whole month of January to spend with us again. So in theory, if you've spent the last 3 or 4 weeks with us, you got that for nothing. Join the class. We're going to go over these trades over and over again until they become put in your brain. And then we take the class. You spend another 3 or 4 weeks with us to put them to good use. And then we ask you to join. And then we jump you in and you get the, the full Monty. We give you all the codes. You get to hang out with Solid and myself for the rest of your life. And that's the policy. I hope you guys have been entertained. I hope you made some money today. And I hope Dave comes back. Dave, if you're out there, Dave, it's one trade, man. You loaded up on a piece of shit stock you knew nothing about. I know you're blaming me. Don't blame me. Don't blame yourself either. It's one trade. It's going to be 1,000 more. And I know it doesn't make it better by telling you the next 5 trades worked out pretty well. I know you don't want to hear that. But it's true. All right? And obviously, SVXY could have made all your hopes and dreams come true today. All right, Jim, and Dave. And Jimmy, if you're out there, old school Jim, you're always welcome back. There's nothing I want to do more so than help you make that YEX money back. And Dave, again, if you're out there, please don't let today be the last day we hear from you. Don't let one trade ruin your entire career. I'm sure it was a shitty-ass loss, but, hours later, even stupid you guys worked. All right? God bless. If you believe in that stuff, Solid Jello, love you. Love everybody in here. By the way, you guys just hit your eyes. I thought it was hallucinating there for a second. If I get a chance, I'll come back before 4. And we're going to keep the room live. We're going to keep YouTube live. And I'll reload everything, at 5 or 6 o'clock or whatever. All right. See you guys. I'll be back. Namaste. All right, let's take a moment. There really is something to this freaking bell. Just makes me feel good. Oh, plus we will give something away tonight also. There has to be a prize tonight. I don't know what it will be, but something. Something good. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. Later, boys and girls. Spread the word. Spread the love. See ya.